Hello and welcome to New Movie Mayhem, brought to you by ScreenMayhem.com. Today we're going to be talking about the Toho-produced franchise reboot Shin Godzilla, also known as Godzilla Resurgence. I'm Stephen Saunders, and joining me is Matthew Whitaker, host of Cinema Bushido and the Clones Cast. How are you doing, Matthew? Oh my god, it's Godzilla!
I'm doing excellent. Thanks for asking. How are you doing?
I'm fantastic. So would it be fair to say that you're a Godzilla fan?
I am a big Godzilla fan. I'm one of those that a purist. I'm really into the original Godzilla, 1954, and not the American odd version, the Raymond Burr version, but just the original. You know, it was a first for lots of things, and that iconic, you know, those black and white pictures of Godzilla doing just mass destruction. Yeah, it makes my heart happy.
Well, that's good. So how did you feel that this sort of franchise reboot, because obviously it's returned to Toho and they're making a new movie, how do you think it compares to the other Godzilla movies? And the ones I immediately think of are the original 54 one and then the more recent one with Bryan Cranston.
I would say that's far superior. I mean, from a pure monster perspective, I think in this one they're working so hard to throw in these elements of political bureaucracy, and it's more in your face than it would be in almost any other one. That's aside, the actual monster mayhem is unbelievable.
Yeah, I agree. What did you think of the creature design? That was another thing I wanted to ask you about.
It freaking blew my mind when we first see the creature, and he's in his pre-evolved state, or he's in stage 1, as they were calling it.
Yes.
It's such an odd, it's sort of a rat monster, and it's sort of cute, and the model that they used was just freaking amazing. I mean, I was in love with it, and then the way that they had it like pushing itself along the streets and stuff, it was just so brilliant.
Yeah, I totally agree. In fact, it reminded me of something that would end up in a manga in its initial state. It was so weird with those big bulging eyes.
Yeah.
It was so weird. I like the way, though, that when it evolved into, I guess what you'd say is the more traditional Godzilla shape, they quite consciously tried to make him look like the original Godzilla. So even though it's a CGI effect, at the same time it actually looks a bit like a man lumbering around in a suit. And I thought that was very clever. I don't know whether you noticed that.
Well, I did, and I've read a little bit about that they actually used a human in, they put them in a suit, and that's how they did the modeling around this. So it's even something to do with kind of the way he moves and the mannerisms and stuff of motion.
Right. So basically, they almost motion captured him.
Yeah. Yep. I thought that was really neat, and I wasn't sure where.
If you want to check out the rest of this podcast, then head on over to ScreenMayhem.com or find us on iTunes.